Praise loudly, praise publicly, and praise often. They are who you say they are, so call them who you want them to be. Let me tell you this. I will have this outside of my classroom. Come to Miss Ussin's 6th period class if you want to see a class that rocks or that works hard. They were not my hardest working students, but I told them they were. And eventually, guess what they became? The principal would come in and see them too, and they would just be like, oh yes, because she said we was the hardest working ones, so now we need to be that. I trained them to be that. These babies are on the cover of your book. They're on the back. I knew what I wanted this cover to look like when I was writing the book. I saw it in a dream. But I was just going to go to the internet and I was going to get one class that was in order and I was going to get one that was kind of chaotic. That's what I saw. But that last year in the classroom, as we were kind of coming back from the pandemic, we were still in masks, we were everything, we had to quarantine. This class on our team was out more than any other class. They would go out for 2 weeks. They would come back after a few days. That class, again, for some reason, somebody was, in contact or whatever, and they had to go out again. They would be hitting us up on Remind. Ms. Ussin, what they doing? Are we behind? What they doing? Can we? They did all of their work while they were gone. So when they came back, I named them my worker bees. And a bee has a really fat body with little old wings. They got to work real hard to stay afloat. And I taught them that. I said, y'all are my worker bees. Ain't nobody worked as hard as y'all this school year. Y'all, every time they went out after that, I'm telling you, every student in that class had work into me, coming in like clockwork. When they came back, I didn't have to say anything to this class. And I was in prayer one morning, and I was like, oh, I want them on the cover of my book. Them. Because I need them to understand that that type of behavior, that type of work, all of that is rewarded. And I praised them continually. So I told them, I said, y'all, we're going to have a photographer coming in, and y'all are going to be on the cover of my book. What? Oh, my God. So I got all of the little permission slips through Richmond County, made sure that everything was good. Every parent signed off. Baby, them babies came to school ready for that photo shoot. Do you hear me? And we had a good time. And so the book was released after we were out of school. Every student got a copy sent to their house. And I wrote everyone a personal letter, and I told them, because that was 8th grade, so they were in high school. I told them, I said, I don't ever want you to stop being worker bees. Getting a little misty. I don't ever want you to stop being worker bees. In every class, in everything you decide to do, if you play school, whatever, you are always worker bees. I told them who they were because that's who I wanted them to be. If you say that's your worst class and you let them hear it, they are going to be your worst class. They're going to be the best at it. Praise loudly, praise publicly, and praise often.